Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Rome 2 online match, and this is going to be game 1. Oh sorry, I am super loud, I don't know why. Now I should be much better though. So yeah, this is game 1 of round 1 matchup between me and Blademaster from Wolf Clan. This is the Total War YouTuber Invitational. It was hosted by Blademaster himself. Now, I'm gonna go over the faction choices here. So I went with Tylus. He decided to go with Carthage against that, which is a pretty interesting choice. I guess like he has elephants, but he didn't bring them this battle, which is quite interesting. That is one of the units that Carthage does have to deal with Tylus. But overall, I feel like Tylus is simply a stronger choice against Carthage, especially on Armavir. This was my app selection as well, and as you both well know, it's far easier for me to get to this hill and this one over here basically, so that's really good for me. But the main thing is that I've got a downhill advantage over here, which gives me a huge advantage in the melee engagement. But yeah, I'm gonna go for my build. I've got Oathsworn Strategist General with another Oathsworn, and then 6 of these tribal warriors. I believe I do have 3 raiding horsemen as well, and 1, 2, 3, 4 levy freemen. And I've got 2 Celtic warriors in the front, which aren't, I mean, the thing about them is that they're really fast, which is why they're getting in front of my line. It's not supposed to happen like that. I'm just gonna pull him out. But yeah, I'm gonna go over Blademaster's build, who is Carthage. Has a mercenary companion cap over here and a Carthaginian cap over here. The thing about mercenary companion cap is that in this patch they're fairly weak, because they had their bonus versus infantry modifier removed, and they're like 1300 cost, so they're very expensive for a unit that may not necessarily do so well. Now he has a Libyan hoplite over here on his left flank and another Libyan hoplite on his right. He wants to make sure that he can keep my raiding horsemen at bay, and he's done a very good job with them at the moment, because I can't really get any shots on the companion cap. Like, I'm trying to maneuver my raiding horse around to get shots on his mercenary companion cap, but I can't do that. Anyway, as you can see, he does have 2 Cretan archers, and he has, yeah, another companion cap over here, and I believe another Carthaginian cap, so basically 4 cavalry units. Then I'm not sure what kind of main line he has, but you can see me moving up right now, because I'm fairly confident that I can just win this battle in like a frontal engagement without much of an issue, because I see like that what his build is, and I feel very confident in that regard. But yeah, let's have the same cap component on each side, and now you can see that he has 3 Cretan archers. They're going to be targeting an Oathsworn of mine, which is a really good choice by him. That's definitely what he should be doing. But the thing is, he's got 2 Libyan hoplites on each flank. They're kind of good at keeping my cav at bay, because I've only got raiding horsemen. That was a good choice by him. But then his main line, let's see, he's got 3 Samnite warriors in the center, and then on the flanks 1 mercenary Scutari on each flank. In the back we have a late Libyan hoplite with 3 Iberian swordsmen and his general's bodyguard. But the thing about his build is, in terms of swords, he's pretty weak compared to my build. Like, those tribal warriors will absolutely destroy Samnite warriors, but here is going to be a move by him, and he has to do something like this. But at this moment, I just decide to stop and brace my units. I did have fire at will on, so that wasn't gonna go so well. But you can see here his cavalry is just getting absolutely smashed by javelins. And here he's actually gonna get a free charge here, because I just decided to brace everything. That was really bad by me over here, and he might actually win this engagement with the mercenary Scutari. But the thing about this is that, look at this other companion cavalry unit over here on this side. It's not looking too well for him, too good for him at all. Like, just look at this companion cav, it's just being destroyed. And he is releasing a lot of volleys with his Cretan archers actually, but they're not getting too many kills. They're damaging my Oathsworn though, but I mean, what are they going to do? So yeah, so far his mercenary companion cav pretty much got wasted. I've got this 1 tribal warrior here being heroic against the companion cav and the Samnite warriors, but this companion cav, like, yeah, sure, it allowed his Samnite warrior to kill this tribal, but the thing about that is now his companion cap cannot really do anything else other than that. And sure, like killing my tribal warrior is alright, but companion cap is so expensive that it's not really worth it for him. And I've just got Levy Freeman in support here to throw jabs if I cannot. Hopefully the Iberian Swordsman, but I can. But look, these Iberian Swordsmen doing actually pretty well targeting my Osworn. They're gonna do quite a bit of damage here, so this is really nice use by him of the Iberian Swordsman. But I mean, his main line can't really hold enough. And I've got Raiding Horsemen moving around, and this Raiding Horse is about to stop the Iberian Swordsman from coming back from routing. And here his companion cav should get hit by javelins, but no, apparently they did not. Oh, they did. They did. So he lost a few more guys there, and his companion barely got 15 kills. You can see here now that I've got Levy Freeman and Raiding Horsemen that are gonna go for his Cretan Archers. Here I've got a nice rear charge into his Scutari, so I can stop them and then charge in with my tribals, but I didn't really do that. Got Levy Freeman on this side, and you can see I'm gonna charge my Celtic Warrior into the Samnite frontally, which should do quite a bit of damage to it. And I'm gonna follow up with a Tribal Warrior into the rear of the Samnite Warrior. This is just going to be devastating for him. But you can see that the charges are a little bit buggy in this game, and sometimes the units stop for whatever reason, so you can't get a proper charge off. Then I've got Raiding Horsemen on the right. You can see his Cretan Archers are falling rapidly to the combined forces of my Levy Freeman and Raiding Horsemen over here. His general cannot really do much, and look here, my Levy Freeman trying to engage the companion cav. I guess they're gonna kill like these two guys over here, or maybe not. They're gonna survive, okay. I guess they are going to survive. Oh, or not. They actually got killed. Yeah, he doesn't really have too many units left at this point because I've just got so many Levy Freemen. And these Levy Freemen just paid their weight in gold. And look at this Tribal Warrior absolutely destroying the Scutari here. It's done so much damage for its price. I mean, it's a really cost-effective mid-tier sword unit, the Tribal Warrior, that is. Yeah, look at this General's bodyguard. It's gonna get shot to pieces by my cavalry, and the General is actually trying to get through the forest, but what is he actually going to do? Because look, jabs into the face of his General unit, and he's trying to keep running away, but he's just getting destroyed here. Look, he got into my Peltas, but now can't really do much else, and that is game. So you can see here, Tylus versus Carthage, pretty good matchup for me. You can see Peltas did a lot of work in this battle, as did the Raiding Horsemen. Just look at these Raiding Horsemen over here. So many kills, each of them really. And the Osworn, the unit that was in the center, did amazingly well, considering that it got shot a lot. Levy Freeman, basically most of my units did well, besides the Celtic Warriors and a few of the tribals, but that's not a big deal because everything else just did so well. And for Blademaster, you can see his companion cavalry and Carthaginian cavalry and his general did not do well. Cretan Archers, yeah, they got a few kills, but the most important part is that they did that HP damage to my Ulsworns. But the thing is, they were firing into the forest, and they still did not have enough time to fire into my Ulsworns. Libyan Hoplites and late Libyan Hoplites, you can't really expect much more from them. But he does have those 4 Iberian swords. Yeah, they released their sword jabs, really important stuff. The Samnites did do alright, but that is only because he got the companion cap charges into my tribals. But thing is, that did not really help him too much. And I mean, his cavalry just got destroyed by the Peltas and Levy Freeman. That was really difficult for him to actually charge frontally with cavalry into. So yeah, that is game number 1 of this best of 3 match, and I shall see you in game 2. And this is game 2 of my matchup against the Blademaster. I picked Boy, but first he did pick Parthia and Nemetosena, so I went with Boy, which is I think a pretty safe build against Parthia, if you know what to expect. But I decided to bring like more of a balanced build with a bit of emphasis on the cavalry because I wanted to be sure that I can take care of his skirmishes if he does decide to spam them, because yeah, with heavy horse, like, I can just do a lot of damage to skirmishes and to Parthian swordsmen as well. But anyway, I'm gonna go over my build. I'm gonna put it in slow motion because it's gonna go really quickly. As you can see, it's 4 minutes. Got 6 heavy horse, that is my cavalry contingent. And I've got an Oathsworn general. I have 6 sword followers in the front line. I also have some levy freemen. I believe I have, how many levy freemen? 1, 2, is it 3? 3 levy freemen, yes. 3 Celtic bowmen, and of course my general is actually commander because I'm not too worried about winning the melee engagement. I'm just worried about rallying my troops and making them more effective against the cavalry and prevent them from routing as quickly. That's my main goal this game. So I feel like strategist general on the Oathsworn against something like Parthia is not really as necessary, or really not the best choice, I think. Against Parthia anyway. I think commander is certainly the better choice, but correct me if I'm wrong, and Maximus, if you see this, please leave your comments, because I know that you probably know what the correct answer is. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me, if you will. Now, anyway, I'm gonna go over the Parthian build. He has 6 Parthian swordsmen, and he has 6 Parthian foot archers and 2 Eastern slingers. He also has a median cav and a royal cataphract on each flank. His cataphract general is a strategist. Good choice for a royal cataphract general, so he can continue to use trample, battle, and then just second wind it up. Also use battle rhythm, but here I go. I decide, okay, he doesn't have any cavalry in the center. I'm just gonna frontally charge him with my heavy horse. Here you can see that it's gonna do massive amounts of damage to his Parthian swordsmen. And I mean, I'm even gonna be able to break through here with the heavy horse. Like, look, and I would say that this isn't considered pull through because his units were knocked back, so I just decided to charge further on into his archers. And here I stopped with the heavy horse. I used them to stop this median cav, and I think that was really good. And look at his royal cataphracts, they still haven't engaged, and by this time I think the game is already over for him, because I've got my sword followers engaged with his Parthian swordsman. And here he did stop my charge, but look, his median cav is really getting absolutely destroyed here. Look at all the jabs into his royal cataphracts, so much damage. I also stopped his royal cataphract gen with heavy horse. Here I mismicroed and didn't actually charge this one Parthian sword, but I'm gonna position levy freemen here, and I'm gonna get Celtic bowmen to target the royal cataphract, but they are moving a bit awkwardly here. You can see though that the heavy horse are just doing so much damage to his royal cataphracts. I'm gonna move in more Oathsworns around, and got these 3 units that will try to tie down the royal cataphract. And perhaps I'm giving move orders because attack orders would make them kind of like move awkwardly, but if I give them move orders, I can predict better like where he's going. And you can see here more jabs being thrown into his royal cataphracts. Here I'm gonna pull out the heavy horse, as I've done a lot of damage to his skirmishes. Let's see another charge going into his Parthian foot archers over here, and they haven't really done much this game. This heavy horse got around 200 kills, worth it for losing it. And of course his royal cataphract general over here, it only got around 34 kills, so very cost-effective way for me to deal with it. And look, this royal cataphract is gonna get caught by my 2 heavy horse here and a sword follower, so it's definitely gonna go down with these 3 units. And at this point I'm just gonna run away with the other units, gonna get my general in here, because I mean, not even necessary, because look, my right flank 1, my left flank 1, and I've got 3 Celtic bowmen in case anything is necessary. Gonna fire into the backs of these Parthian swordsmen. It should be fairly good for me. I'm gonna be doing lots of damage here. You can see he's gonna surround his sword follower with Parthian swordsman. Good move by him, but I mean, sword follower will tank it out a lot. And look, 133 kills on that sword follower. Really, really impressive stuff. Look at this. I've got sword followers in the rear preparing to throw their javelins into the enemy, but actually they're not really throwing them. They're actually doing some weird movements. Just look at their feet. This is quite funny. What are you guys doing? celebrating, even though the game isn't over. But, well, it's basically over at this point. Look at these Parthian swordsmen. And again, these guys just stopped and charged again. I'm not sure why that happens. But, yeah, victory is mine. So I did win this best of 3, 2-0. Good games to Blademaster. And you can see here, Heavy Horse really pulled their weight here. 132 kills, 200 kills, 179 kills. Those are basically most of the ones that were in the center and that charged into his Parthian swordsman and then got through the other side and went into the Parthian foot archers. That is how they were able to do just so much damage. You can see the Celtic bowmen didn't really do much, but they didn't need to because they're more of a unit that I would use against, say, elephants or just late game tool, or just to crush like cataphracts or something really expensive, because that is a good way to deal with them, I feel. They also provide some nice range for me, some nice skirmishing capabilities. Yeah, I had my Levy Freemen did not do much, but they didn't need to. They were just supporting mostly. My sword followers absolutely destroyed the Parthian swordsmen, as you would expect, as the Parthian swordsmen are really no match for sword followers. But yeah, you can see here that the combined cavalry infantry attack worked really well for me, as I was able to get into his both his skirmishes and his infantry fairly cost effectively for me. Like, I engaged from the get-go without giving him time to properly skirmish and do the damage he needs to do in order to actually win a melee engagement with his Parthian swordsman. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I will see you next time.